Right, 30 December 2020, and today I've got a very interesting piece of breaking news, which is that Professor Lovemo Maduku has now given his legal opinion on the extraordinary Congress that was held this weekend on Sunday, and the outcome here is not very pleasant to Dr. Thokozani Khuphe. In fact, what Professor Lovemo Maduku is saying here is that the extraordinary Congress was properly convened and it was held in accordance with the rules of the MDCT. And as it is, Senator Douglas Ngonzora is the president of the MDCT and was properly elected. So you must understand that Professor Lovemo Maduku is really wrong. He knows the law, he knows constitutional law, and he has said here in a 4 to 5 page legal opinion, that the Congress happened, it was legally convened, the independent electoral body that was supposed to take everyone through the elections took over the elections, they properly held that election, and Dr. Thokozani Khuphe is now the vice president. She is no longer the president of the MDCT. So this is all in this legal opinion, and I'm going to be posting it on Gambakwe Media as soon as I finish this call. I'm going to post this 6 page legal opinion, and this gives a dilemma to the people that were arguing against the extraordinary Congress, people who tried to stop the extraordinary Congress. It means Dr. Thokozani Khuphe did something she was not supposed to do. It means Morgan Komichi did something that was not supposed to do. And it means Senator Elias Mzuri did something that was not supposed to do. They're not supposed to stand up in the middle of a process and then disown the process. Dr. Thokozani Khuphe, as the president, was not supposed to stand up and say, I'm canceling this election. According to this legal opinion, she did not have that power to do so. So the next thing that I expect is for either Morgan Komichi and Senator Elias Mzuri to agree that they made a mistake, to apologize. But for Morgan Komichi, if I was the party, he was supposed to be the convener of this Congress, I would expect some stern measures to be taken against Morgan Komichi. Morgan Komichi is the one that made a serious error here. Dr. Thokozani Khuphe, I think even worse, I mentioned this yesterday, I think she has reached a point where she needs to step down from the MDCT. She has totally miscalculated in this particular instance. And you can see the advice from her lawyer, Professor Lovemo Maduku. He is saying that Congress was properly convened. It was now in process. There's no way that she could have then stood up and say, I'm canceling it, because she was just one of the candidates. So this is the legal position. And I doubt that there's a lawyer in Zimbabwe who is going to stand up and go against Professor Lovemo Maduku. I've told you before that he never gets wrong with these constitutional matters. He's always correct. So this is a sad day indeed for the MDCT leadership. It means there's a lot of work to be done. And I think Brian Kaswa, my sources are telling me that Dr. Khuphe is going to accept this position. I talked to my sources last night before my broadcast, and I was advised that she's going to accept this position, and she's now looking forward to the General Congress, which I think is also a mistake. I think as a person that has made a mistake like this, she must actually come out and say, guys, I made a mistake, I apologize, and I am going to step down for the sake of the organization. I do not see any other position for Senator Morgan Komichi and for acting president, who was acting president then, Dr. Thokozani Khuphe. They cannot just walk back and say, we are now back, we have accepted the results. There needs to be a show of remorse. These two, they need to actually just step down and let Senator Douglas Ngonzora run this political party, because the noise that they generated, the fake stories about stolen money, this was embarrassing, and I've said this before. We expect better from the leadership of the opposition parties. We don't expect all this, what they were doing. This is very, very embarrassing. And I think the opinion here by Professor Lavmo Maduku is going to make a big change. Obviously, there need to be negotiation, but you cannot then suddenly say, oh, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm now back as vice president. You need to, as a Democrat, something needs to be done. A bigger sign that things have been corrected need to be done. And in my opinion, both Dr. Thokozani Khuphe and Senator Morgan Komichi, at the least, the two must step down from their positions, allow other people to take over, because they've caused so much chaos in this political party for the past week when they realized that they were going to lose. So let me end it here. I don't want to keep talking. The opinion by Professor Lavmo Maduku, very respected constitutional lawyer, is that Dr. Thokozani Khuphe could not cancel that Congress. She was not in a position to cancel that Congress. She made a mistake when she said she's going to cancel the Congress, and he actually said the position is that the Congress took place, and Douglas Monzora is now the president of the MDCT. And this is a good position for everyone who loves democracy. No one should be able to stop an election that is in progress. That is not democratic. And no one should be able to just make up stories about other candidates and get away with it. So everybody, when the election comes in the MDC next time, if Chamisa is holding his Congress, he must follow the rules of his party. He must follow his constitution. He must allow other people to contest him. Similarly, right now we've seen what has happened in the MDCT. The president cannot stop other people from contesting him. This is the democracy that we want going forward into the future. We're moving away from the ZANU-PF politics where only one candidate can contest the presidency. And the MDCT has got a Congress coming up, and we expect the new president, Douglas Monzora, to conduct that Congress, that General Congress, properly, to allow every delegate who want to contest. Not what Chamisa did, where he only allowed his friends to contest. You remember in Gweru, I spent so much time talking about this. There needs to be a democratic process so that anyone who wants to be a leader in the MDCT can rise from the ranks and become a leader. And this is a good opinion by Professor Lavmo Maduku. I love it. I love what he said. Very, very brave man. He talks what he knows. He does not care about what anyone is going to think. And I love what he said. I'm going to upload this on Gambakwe Media within the next 10 minutes. Just give me time to wrap up, and then you can read it for yourself. Thank you very much for watching. If you're going to be watching this on WhatsApp, send it to as many people as possible. If you're watching this on YouTube and Facebook, please like, comment, and share.